Question.
How do you feel about Coach Sala sitting 17 out of 22 starters?
17 out. Well, actually, I'm relieved. The conditions were a little bit rainy. I think throughout the entire week, a lot of us as the fans, we kind of wanted him to go ahead and not start our starters. We want to kind of get to the season, everybody healthy. I'm excited about it. I thought it was the right move to make. Protect our starters because right now the most important thing is to make sure everybody gets to the opening day as healthy as possible. So I love the idea.
How do you feel the starting team they put out?
Well, those guys were definitely the second and third teamers, right? There was some struggles, both on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. They could have done better. They could have done better, right? But at the end of the day, these guys are fighting for their professional careers, their professional lives, and as Jets fans, it's our job to support those guys. They're going to be great depth pieces for the roster long term. So overall, I mean, I got to say, they held the offense to field goals, right? They moved the ball down the field, but they kind of like stood fast. Our offense took their time to get started. But overall, I got to say, those guys got a little more work to do. But hey, that's why you go out and put them in the game to get those kinks worked out. Next question.
The biggest mistake versus
Yeah, the turnover for 6 points. Yeah, I was ecstatic about that as well. Coach Saleh got real pumped up. I don't know if any of y'all were watching him, but he kind of ran down the sideline, almost got a flag. He was so excited. But yeah, seeing the big man cause a fumble and then get into the end zone is always a good thing. It goes to show the pressure that this defensive line is able to get. We're going to see a lot more turnovers this season. Kind of seeing that from our third and fourth string guys kind of dictates a little bit of how much depth we have at that position. I was excited about it, and I think it was the turning point of the game last night. So overall, I can't complain. Very good, very motivating thing for us to see. Next question.
Mike White struggled last night, but Chris led a whole scoring drive. What's your take?
Yeah, so Mike did struggle last night. He did struggle last night. You know what? And I want to thank Mike for that win got for us last year, the Bengals win. I mean, obviously he's in the Hall of Fame now for that particular performance. But I think at this point, we know that he's most likely going to be a backup in this league. As one of our backups, he did the best he could, right? They didn't get going. There wasn't enough traction going on. The timing was a little bit off, and that's quite all right. Mike White's a good kid. Chris, on the other hand, really, I'm starting to really like this guy. This is 2 weeks now, back-to-back weeks that he led scoring drives and actually brought the team back to win the game. I'm a big fan of him, and if I'm being honest with you, I'm hoping he definitely makes the roster at the end of the end of training camp, end of the preseason. Next question.
So the Jets are undefeated during the preseason. What's that got you feeling about your team?
Well, they're undefeated. That's great. But last year we had a good preseason as well. I don't want us to get too excited about it, but we got to also take it the fact that we were the better team on the field last night. We saw the same thing throughout all of joint practices. So I'm excited to see that these guys continue that winning mindset, winning mentality into the regular season. You see how excited these guys get. Last year, whenever we did win those games, you didn't see that much excitement coming from the sidelines. You didn't see a lot of the guys getting motivated and pumped up by it. But you saw that last night, and that to me proves that the kind of guys we have in that locker room, they want to win, right? So yes, we're undefeated, 2-0. I don't want to go ahead and start saying playoffs or Super Bowl or anything like that, but we want to see this kind of progression carry on, obviously into the regular season. Really excited to see what our starters can do come opening day. All right. That's all the time I have. Thank you. All right. Let's get this over with. First question.
How you feel about Coach Sala sitting 17 out of 22 of the starters?
17, 22 doesn't really matter. Same result. We saw those guys pretty much go down the entire field last night, looking like a bunch of bums. Let me guess. I'm going to assume Bryce Hall would be one of those particular starters you're talking about. Listen, Bryce Hall, cut him, trade him, get rid of him. That was embarrassing. Freaking the tight end went down the field like it was easy, and then at the end of the day, the tight end is laughing on the sideline, talking about just how much he knew Bryce Hall was going to go ahead and get played on that route. Exactly, we called it a scare route or whatever the heck it was. So he already knew what Bryce Hall was going to do, and then Bryce Hall did it and then got played on that play. So whether it was 17, 22, 5, 10, doesn't really matter. It's the Jets. They played like the Jets last night. Same kind of energy. They walked down the field like it was nothing. So really didn't matter. Same old Jets. Next question.
How do you feel the starting team that they put out there did.
They sucked. You saw that. They didn't score points. They didn't score points. They didn't stop. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. Like the offense went down the field. I mean, I don't really know what positive you can take from that. Whether it was the starting lineup or whatever lineup he put out there yesterday, it was a joke. If you're asking me, we need to start all over again, man. Or we need to fire Salah at some point. At this point, you guys start holding him accountable for him to go ahead and have a performance like that. He's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, and those guys literally didn't stop them. They walked down the field at will. I don't know how else you can look at that and see any kind of positive. Next question. Yeah, I saw him almost get a flag, almost get a penalty. He's supposed to be the head coach. Yet he's running down the sideline, getting in the way of the freaking the referees. How undisciplined is that? It goes to show you that he lacks a discipline, just like these players lack discipline. The whole freaking kit and caboodle is a freaking a failure, if you ask me. But no, I was disgusted and upset that our coach almost got a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct by getting in the way of the referee. Like, just stupid, if you ask me. Just dumb. Next question.
Mike White struggled last night, but Chris led it a couple scoring drives. What's your take?
Yeah, Mike White sucks. We know that. I mean, he sucks. Chris sucks. I mean, Joe Flacco sucks. Zach Wilson, you saw what he did before he got hurt. I mean, does it really matter who's playing quarterback for the Jets? At the end of the day, you see the same exact thing over and over again. So, I felt about it. I felt like it's the same old Jets. I don't really know how many times to say it, how else to say it. Like, he couldn't move the ball. He looked like he was lost. He couldn't even hit simple out routes. Mike White was a joke. At the end of the day, the quarterback room in general is a joke. So that's how I felt about it. Same old Jets. Next question.
The Jets are currently undefeated in the preseason. What's that say about your team?
Says that we did the same thing last year just to go ahead and win 4 games in the regular season. I don't know what's so exciting about it. It's the preseason. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Undefeated. You win against a freaking Falcons team that should have been on the same field with us or not. They suck. We suck. Whoop-de-doo. Like, at the end of the day, a bunch of third, fourth string guys who are going to be selling insurance next week won a couple of games. So, I don't know. At this point, it is what it is. You know, I'm here. I'm committed. I'm a Jets fan. I'm just going to go ahead and suck it up and just ride with it. And next year, we'll start talking about the draft. I'm thinking, you know, if we're lucky, we'll probably get, you know, the first overall pick, and then we can go after a quarterback or coaching staff, or maybe we can start the whole process all over again next year. All right. Y'all have a good one. Go ahead. Let me get these questions.
So, how you feeling about Coach Sala only playing 5 out of 22 starters?
Accurate.
How is it not? 22 minus 17 is 5.
You're changing the words on it?
Yeah, but it was still accurate. It put a negative
Yeah, I know, but
sensation on
the whole point of it is it's everybody watching the same thing, but the optimistic Jets fans see all the good, and the negative Jets fans see all the bad. So, like, yeah, I don't think.
Can we call it, please?
What's up?
I mean, I feel like we both did mastermind.
Oh, can we hurry? I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, her young knees are hurting.
Come on.
Not my knees, it's my hands.
Son, too.
Congratulations, brother. Hey,